Imagine a time when gold was so abundant that it seemed to flow through the hands of one man. That man was Mansa Musa, the ruler of the Mali Empire in the 14th century, who is often called the richest person to have ever lived. But let's stop and think for a moment. Was Mansa Musa really the richest man ever? As we look into the life and story of Mansa Musa, we'll find out what made people say this and whether it's really true. So, stay with us as we explore this fascinating topic. First, let's look at why people think Mansa Musa was the richest man. He ruled during a time when the Mali Empire was one of the largest producers of gold in the world. His famous pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 is often cited as proof of his incredible wealth. During this journey, he traveled with a huge caravan that included thousands of people and a lot of gold. He is said to have given away so much gold along the way that it caused inflation in the places he passed through, showing just how much wealth he had at his disposal. His display of wealth didn't just make headlines, it made an impact on the economies of the regions he traveled through. People spoke of Mansa Musa's riches for years, and his reputation grew to legendary proportions. Many considered him the richest man in history. However, while these stories highlight Mansa Musa's wealth, they don't tell the whole story. Wealth can be measured in different ways. When we talk about wealth, many people think of money and gold, but wealth can also mean power, influence, and resources. For example, Mansa Musa had vast territories and controlled important trade routes across West Africa. His empire thrived on the trade of gold, salt, and other goods, making him a powerful figure in his time. Yet, if we look at wealth from a broader perspective, we can see that other leaders, such as Genghis Khan or Augustus Caesar, had empires that stretched over larger areas and influenced more people. Their legacies and the lands they controlled could be seen as wealth in a different form. If we consider leaders like Genghis Khan, he not only had a vast empire, but also created a system of governance that impacted millions of people. His empire was known for its trade networks and cultural exchanges that reshaped entire regions. Similarly, Augustus Caesar transformed Rome from a republic to an empire, leaving a lasting legacy that went beyond mere riches. So, while Mansa Musa was indeed wealthy in terms of gold, other leaders might have had access to more resources or greater influence over larger populations. This makes it challenging to compare their wealth directly. For instance, in Europe, wealth was often measured not just by gold, but by land and power. Kings and emperors who controlled vast territories were seen as wealthy because they had the ability to gather resources and command armies. In this sense, Mansa Musa's wealth was impressive, but it existed within a specific context that may differ from other historical figures. So, was Mansa Musa really the richest man ever? While he certainly had immense wealth in gold and resources during his reign, the way we measure wealth can vary greatly. Different leaders had different forms of wealth and influence, which makes it hard to declare one person as the absolute richest. As we dive deeper into history, we find that understanding wealth means looking beyond just the shiny gold and considering the power, influence, and legacy that come with it. Mansa Musa's story is a fascinating part of our history, but perhaps it's time to rethink how we define wealth in the grand story of humanity. As we conclude our look at Mansa Musa and the question of wealth in history, we hope you found it interesting. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating historical stories. Thanks for watching.